For the Auburn Tigers, head coach Bryce Pearl. The student athletes are Mustapha Heron and Desean Murray. And we'll begin with an opening statement from Coach Pearl.
We knew we were going to have our hands full with College of Charleston. They had just tremendous guard play. And I want to congratulate their coaching staff and their university on a tremendous run. They were good enough to advance. They knew it going in. But the defensive effort that we had, holding, Chile, down to just a couple of points. And I think he's been such a dominating player in that league for so long. I think our kids just kind of did what we've been doing all year, like kind of finding a way. Great effort, pretty good energy on the defensive end. Offensively, it was a struggle, and we're going to have to play better on Sunday, offensively, particularly to be able to advance.
Until the student athletes arrive, we will take questions now for Coach Pearl until they arrive. We'll hold off until
Sure.
they get here at this point. All right, again, we've got Mustapha Heron and Desean Murray. We'll take questions now for the student athletes.
One at a time, please. One at a time.
Any questions? There we go.
Tom Krasovic, San Diego Union Tribune. Mustapha, can you take us through that last play? Did you guys get a hand on the ball, on the shot?
On when Riller shot I think he shot the.
Their last shot.
Oh yeah. One of the best guards in the SEC was guarding him, and you guys saw what happened. He forced the air ball. So I think he got a hand on it, but like I said, Bryce is one of the best guards in the SEC defensively, so he got a hand on that and. Game over.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
Can you guys tell us a little bit about your offensive performance today? I know it probably wasn't your best game. Just what your thoughts were on that.
Is that for us? Or?
You go ahead.
Just something that this was definitely probably worst one of the year, definitely. But it's good that survive in advance. So we got stuff that we can go look at, as far as film goes, and we got stuff that we can work on for Sunday, and just get ready to go out and play hard on Sunday.
Hey guys, when it was tight down, or Kyle Bonneger at
Name
ESPN.
and affiliation first.
I got it. Kyle Bonneger at ESPN. When it was tight down the stretch, was there ever concern like, oh, we might actually lose here? Were you able to kind of stay in the moment and continue to execute down the stretch?
I mean, I wouldn't say at any time we thought we were going to lose. We just stay together as a team. Like, we just all love each other. We all stay together, and we fight to the end. That's what we've been known for, a fight to the end. And we came out with the win.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what Desean said, we never think that we're going to lose. It was just we just had to come together and just grind it out a little bit more. And I think that's what we did.
And they were even so helpful to me on the bench, telling me who I should put in there and who should come out. And Desean told me to put Horace in there late, and I don't know that I did, but it was probably a good suggestion. So we worked together.
For both players, I'm curious if you noticed 13 on Charleston, who had the big game in their conference championship. They scored a lot of points. Looked like he was injured today or hobbled. Did you see any difference in him compared to what you had seen on film?
Yeah, I didn't notice it until the second half that he was hobbling a little bit. But I think that we did, for him to be such a good player, what we saw on film, I think we definitely did a good job of, trying to shut his water off.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, thank you, gentlemen. And we will continue now with Coach Pearl.
Abraham Jewett, Daily Aztec. Coach, talk about the shot that Jared took at the end of the game there. Hasn't made a field goal all night and then comes up with something like that to win the game for you guys.
Well, we put him in ball screen and try to get him in advantage, disadvantage. And they went under the ball screen. And so he's almost conditioned by nature to look for a shot. He had taken a shot about 4 or 5 minutes earlier, similar to that, but we had rolled down Desean Murray on a guard, and I didn't think it was a good shot. I thought we had advantage on the inside. But in that particular case, he was going, I believe he was going right to pull, and he was open. And I want those guys to have the freedom to be able to take and make those shots. Bryce Brown didn't shoot the ball very well in the first half. Thought he forced a few things. But when he was open, I wanted him to continue to take those shots.
Kyle Bonneger at ESPN. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to watch that last defensive sequence back yet, but could you walk us through your perspective during that play? It looked like you were yelling foul. I couldn't see that.
Yeah. Well, we put Davion Mitchell in as a freshman because of his defense. But then he got fouled and missed 2 free throws, which sometimes can happen to a freshman. I would have liked, I had told Bryce, and I only had one timeout, I didn't want to burn it, to go ahead and foul. And of course they missed it. I did have an opportunity to, but they missed the free throw. And as Bryce was working him up, I wanted to go ahead and foul. We work on foul in about 3, 4 seconds left before they get the shot off. But I think he may have pulled slightly before then, and so it wasn't at that number. And Bryce challenged the shot. I haven't seen it on film, but Bryce, pretty good defender. I thought he was pretty vertical. And College of Charleston, they kick their legs out on threes. That's something they do. They draw fouls on their three-point shooting. And I thought our guys did a good job of staying away from that.
Abraham Jewett at Daily Aztec. In the first half, you guys only shot 28% from the field, missed all 13 three-point shots, yet still led by 7 with under 2 minutes to go. What does that say about your guys' defense?
Well, I think it's a sort of our team all year long. You just look out there and you wonder how. I mean, from the standpoint of our size and our depth. But the kids have got a definite resiliency. They've got a toughness. They're trying to make history. They're trying to represent in our conference. We are really proud of SEC basketball right now. SEC basketball, I've been in this league for 10 years. It's never been stronger. And we feel a responsibility, having been the 1 seed winning the regular season championship, to be able to survive and advance in this tournament representing our conference. So maybe put a little too much pressure on our kids. We missed more free throws tonight. We're at 80-something% for one of the best free throw shooting team in the country. We missed more than we made. You'd have to attribute that to nerves. First time being here in a long time. Kids putting pressure on themselves, and I got to get them to relax a little bit more and enjoy the moment, which maybe will free them up offensively so we can perform better.
Kyle Bonneger, ESPN. Just to clarify on that last defensive play again, for watching it live, it looked like it was clean, and you didn't think he fouled him.
I didn't.
What do you guys do on an off day in San Diego? You were talking about getting them to relax. We could give you some options there.
Well, I got to tell you, I'll thank the NCAA. It is an honor to compete in this tournament. And for Auburn to get to come to San Diego, California, travel as well as we do, stay like we're staying, and this is a real reward. And we brought our band, we brought our cheerleaders, and we brought our basketball team, and they're all, as students, this is a one shining moment for them. This is special, and I think our guys appreciate it. By winning, we get to stay in San Diego for a couple more days and see if we have a chance to win another one and go to Boise. So I'm sure the guys will have no trouble watching the tournament. That's the best thing about being in the tournament. They're going to run back to the hotel. They're going to watch games tonight. They're going to be watching Missouri, Florida State, see if we can get another SEC team in this thing. And the only difference is this year, Auburn's a part of it.
Bruce, the first half.
Name and affiliation, please.
I'm sorry. Philip Marshall, Auburn 247 Sports. The first half, you're 0 for 13 on threes. You're shooting 20-something%. And, yeah, did you get the halftime? You're tied. Was there some relief in that?
Yeah, there definitely was. We knew that, look, we turned them over 21 times. College of Charleston is ranked, I believe, 9th in the country in turnovers. They only turn over 9 times a game. Auburn turned them over 21 times. What does that tell you about just the effort? just the effort and the energy by our kids, because we were struggling offensively. And this, again, just finding a way. And as far as the three-point shot is concerned, look, we don't have a dominating post player. We get inside off of drives. We get inside off of slips and ball screens. We don't post up. So we better knock down some threes. That's our game. And we've done it all year long, and we made enough tonight to win the game.
Any other questions for Coach Pearl? Okay, thank you.